Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, school strapping. A woman charged with assault after a student was hit with a belt. Departure delays, why some WestJet passengers are still grounded despite flights resuming. And Heritage Fest hassles. Organizers say it was a success despite long lines and wet weather.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
A woman in northern Alberta has been charged with assault with a weapon against a child at a Mennonite school. She's accused of using a strap against the student. CTV's Evan Kenny joins us now with all the details. So, Evan, at this point, what are police saying?
Matt, RCMP say 37-year-old Eva Buchert has been charged with assault with a weapon. They say a student was hit with a belt from a piece of machinery.
We're talking about a weapon that is leaving welts and physical marks on a child. That is a criminal code offense, and that's the messaging here. And I think that that's something that people need to be aware of, is these are criminal acts.
RCMP say it happened at one of the private Mennonite schools in Lacrete, but would not say which one. RCMP say using the strap to discipline kids is included in the school district's collective constitution, something parents must read and sign. Under Section 43 of the Criminal Code of Canada, teachers can use a degree of physical force in schools, like pulling kids apart to break up a fight. One University of Alberta law professor says in this case, the force is beyond reasonable.
Using any type of what the court considers a weapon, anything other than your hands, is forbidden for teachers, period. That was decided by the Supreme Court. It's not in the law, but it's the common law interpreting what is reasonable.
He says this could be a precedent-setting case because of the contract signed between the parents and the school, as well as the religious setting. We reached out to the school district. It had no comment on the situation. Buchert will appear in court in Fort Vermilion next week. Matt?
All right, Evan Kenny live for us in studio tonight. Thank you. Despite the wet and windy weather, Heritage Festival was well attended this weekend. The weather forced Edmonton's largest festival to close early on 2 out of the 3 days. Getting to Hlinka Park was also a long haul for some people. Organizers, though, say despite the challenges, it was a success. CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports.
Sounds from dozens of cultures filled the air in Hlinka Park this long weekend. There was a less welcome sound closer to the ground.
Big crowd, it's kind of busy. The grass was horrible.
Very wet, but it was very fun.
But it was fun, yeah.
The rain that forced the festival to close early on Saturday and Sunday is now slowing down cleanup.
It's my Jordans, bro. They're all dirty.
Volunteer groups have been asked to pack up their pavilions from the perimeter path to avoid driving heavy trucks on the soft grass, which was installed during recent renovations to Hlinka Park.
We certainly left our mark, but we're very excited. It's just a beautiful setting for a festival that is meant to unite everyone.
Organizer Rob Rohatton says the early weather closures made Monday's turnout that much more important for the cultural groups that depend on the festival for fundraising. They're tallying up the totals, but he estimates 100,000 people came out on the holiday.
Monday was amazing. Yeah, it was the perfect festival day. The sun was out. It wasn't too hot.
Another challenge faced by both visitors and pavilions, getting to Hlinka Park.
And I also heard some, once you get in, it's all good. But the thing is, you have to take two hours to get in.
2 of Wilma Ho's volunteers who took park and ride buses were late for their shifts. She thinks there's an access bottleneck to improve for next year. Rohatton plans to discuss possible park and ride improvements with the city. He's also confident the grass will recover.
We've got some sunny days ahead, we got some rainy days ahead, and I'm sure that will help spur some growth and rejuvenation.
And Jeremy Thompson is at Hlinka Park tonight, where the festival cleanup continues. So, Jeremy, how's it coming along down there?
Yeah, it goes, as I mentioned, a little slower than if these volunteers were able to actually drive their trucks out onto the grass, to places like where I am to clean up these pavilions. A little slower here, that they have to keep them to the perimeter path. And that's because they're trying to avoid avoidable damage. The city expects some amount of wear and tear on Hlinka Park from a major festival like this, but the Heritage Fest would have to cover costs of sort of damages beyond what's expected that are deemed avoidable. We mentioned in there issues with park and ride. Some people who had issues who parked and walked to this festival. A bunch of the neighborhoods around Hlinka Park, even across the river, have parking restrictions. The city says its enforcement officers issued 266 tickets for parking infractions, and they actually towed 33 vehicles. So definitely some more travel and arrival access plans to change for some people for next year as well. Matt.
All right, Jeremy Thompson down at Hlinka Park tonight. Thank you. The Folk Music Festival is Edmonton's next big event, and the wet ground is creating extra work there, too. The festival producer says Gallagher Park is saturated after all the rain. Staff and volunteers have been working hard to get the grounds ready for Thursday. Terry Wickham says the festival is looking for a few more volunteers to help set things up. He says they're not in dire need of people yet, but more hands would take pressure off the current crew who have had some extra prep work to do.
It's a lot of taking care of the really damp spots where there's standing water, getting some sand in, leveling it out, making it so people can navigate the site. Yeah, it's been a lot of work. Our site crew have been heroes.
Another headache for this year's Folk Fest has been the WestJet labor disruption. Wickham says so far, it sounds like all the artists will make it to Edmonton. Some people are still waiting for their flights, though, after a short strike this weekend by WestJet flight attendants. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti reports.
Many passengers at the WestJet counter weren't sure if they'd be taking off today.
It was a little bit of anxiety for sure because we needed to be on this flight.
The weekend was a roller coaster. We were really concerned because there was so much going on.
WestJet flight attendants walked off the job Sunday morning, forcing hundreds of flights to be canceled. The next day, the union and airline reached a deal.
It's a huge relief. We're so excited. We're so excited to be here and so excited to jump on our flight and go and enjoy our trip. We had it pre-planned for years, so we were just hoping that it wasn't canceled and WestJet did the right thing.
This couple took extra precautions for their Iceland vacation and are dealing with the fallout.
We had bought alternative flights, and so that was our contingency plan, but now we were stuck with the cost of the contingency flights. We had to call that airline and try to sort it out.
As passengers get ready for their trips to begin, some are still waiting for theirs to end.
A little upset that the only option that they gave us was one that we couldn't use.
Elaine Schultz-Shallery and her husband Timothy's flights home to Edmonton were canceled. They say WestJet offered a flight home with a layover in the U.S.
But he doesn't have a U.S. visa, so that wasn't even like a viable option for us. He legally can't board a flight to go to the States.
Timothy is a Canadian permanent resident with a St. Lucia passport. He needs a visa to enter the U.S. They say WestJet rebooked them on a different flight. This one is a week after they were supposed to leave.
If I'm not on that flight this Sunday, I don't know what we'll do. The biggest cost for us would be that my husband no longer has vacation time.
In a statement to CTV News, WestJet says flights have begun to operate. However, the impacts of the disruption continues as the airline works to restore its network. It didn't directly respond to the couple's situation. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
An astronaut from Fort Saskatchewan is preparing to visit the International Space Station next month. He plans to take a piece of his family's history on the mission.
I'll be taking an old pocket watch, it's over 100 years old, because I need a watch to tell time, but also because it's always been in our family. So I'm a fourth generation Ukrainian Canadian. That watch came over with the first generation when they just homesteaded the place where I grew up, and it somehow made it into my hands. But for me, it's really neat to look at that and reflect on just how much has changed in those 100 years, a little over 100 years.
Josh Kutrick is one of the 4 astronauts heading to the International Space Station as part of SpaceX Crew 13 mission. The mission is expected to launch mid-September. Kutrick will serve as a specialist. When he gets back, he'll also be busy. His wife is scheduled to give birth to their 3rd child while he's on the International Space Station. Wonder what time zone they use while they're up there, Josh. Weather time, by the way, and that means there's probably more wet weather on the way.
Yeah, we got some showers, thunderstorms rolling in from the north. Should be here early this evening. In the course of the next couple of hours, we'll see those slide in. And then again tomorrow, except it looks like it'll be a late night shower or thunderstorm risk for tomorrow. 23 degrees right now. A little breezy, wind out of the west, 20 gusting to about 30 kilometers per hour. It's also a little gusty south the city. 22 at the airport. 23 will likely go down as the daytime high for today. So pretty close to average, 11 degrees. It's where we started the day today. I think we'll get down to about 13 or 14 for a morning low tomorrow's. Cloud cover is going to insulate things a little bit through the evening and the overnight period. There's your showers and thunderstorms. Pretty widespread just north of the city and then up into northeastern portions of the province as well. Northwest of Slave Lake, you have some thunderstorms. But this is the line that we're watching. Dropping off to the south and southeast. It does look like, for the most, this is non-severe thunderstorm activity, and for the most part, it's just rain. But just southwest of Westlock, it looked like there was one tiny little cell that was potentially producing some small hail. So, I mean, there might be a couple parts of the city here that see some, pea-sized or smaller hail. I think for the most part, though, it's just going to be some rumbles of thunder, flashes of lightning, and some rain. Should all be out of here by mid to late this evening. So we'll see partly cloudy skies develop by tomorrow morning. 14 degrees tomorrow in the morning and up to about 23 once again for a daytime high with increasing cloud through the afternoon and then that chance of showers and thunderstorms late tomorrow night.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, disease detected, how the summer storms have been spreading an infection that's deadly for trees.
We're working hard to detect those as soon as possible.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The city of Edmonton says summer storms have been playing a role in the spread of Dutch elm disease. It has detected 6 cases so far this year. CTV's Noah Rashog has more on what's at stake in the battle to hold off the blight.
Alberta is one of the few places that this species feels safe.
Towering above all surrounding trees, twisting its way towards the sky, is the American elm. More than 90,000 of them spread their canopies above Edmonton's urban forests. 6 of those 90,000 are infected by a blight, Dutch elm disease. While that may not sound like many, the city is taking it very seriously.
So we're working hard to detect those as soon as possible, get rid of those trees, and try to maintain that status as Dutch elm disease free.
Dutch elm disease, spread by the bark beetle, has wiped the American elm off the map in certain parts of the continent. Behind the scenes, urban forest managers across Alberta are battling to protect the elm.
So getting a handle on the banded elm bark beetle population and reducing those numbers may be a key to protecting our urban forests from Dutch elm disease.
It's a sturdy tree. It's hard to imagine how it can be killed by just beetles and germs. But like any other pandemic, Dutch elm disease has been spreading across the continent, falling trees in its wake, leaving Alberta as one of the last refuges unaffected by the disease. Let's take a look at the front lines. Arriving from Europe in the early 20th century, then spreading to every corner of the continent, except for Alberta. In Winnipeg, they've had to cull tens of thousands of trees in the last 50 years, losing nearly 3.5% of their whole population just in 2025.
In California, in Wisconsin, northeastern U.S., literally the entire species is wiped out.
The 6 cases in Edmonton are recent, following a series of storms, tearing branches and falling trees. The smell of torn branches attracts the bark beetles like blood in the water.
If you cut some branch, I can guarantee you these trees will be attacked. Why? Produce more chemicals than the trees nearby. And that we're really helping the spread of the disease.
The city has urged people to take their tree waste to waste disposal centers to help prevent the spread of Dutch elm disease. Noah Rashog, CTV News, Edmonton.
Paving work has started on a stretch of highway in Fort McMurray a month after dozens of volunteers started patching the potholes themselves. The province says work began yesterday morning. Crews will be working on Highway 63 from Beacon Hill Drive to north of Confederation Way. The 10-kilometer stretch of work is expected to take 2 weeks to complete. Last month, as you just saw, dozens of volunteers in the community started fixing the road themselves. They say the province was ignoring their request for repairs. The Energy City Cactus Rats will not play any more games at their home ballpark this season. The baseball club says league officials expressed concerns about operational lighting and the team's ability to host fans during the playoffs. The team is blaming recent rainfall for construction delays. It says the weather left no time to complete the necessary work to have fans enter the ballpark. The team had been playing there since June in their under-construction stadium without fans inside. Season ticket holders will receive credit toward 2027 Cactus Rats games. Construction on the ballpark began back in 2023. The team will play its remaining games on the road, including the playoffs. Still to come tonight on CTV News, a hidden hitchhiker, how a wild animal grabbed a ride across Alberta without the driver knowing.
Next thing they know, they've got a new visitor in their garage.
A wild hitchhiker that caught a ride to Calgary last week has been returned home. Chris Ratzlaff shot this video of a marmot that hitched a ride on his truck from Kananaskis last month. Ratzlaff thinks it may have tucked itself into the skid plate under the engine. It then made itself at home in his garage. Ratzlaff called the Calgary Wildlife Rehabilitation Society. It told him situations like this are more common than people think.
They like the minerals that are in the cars. They get attracted to it, so they climb up into your engines and they're kind of sniffing around. They chew on things too, so they're not great. And then people hop in their cars and drive home. Next thing they know, they've got a new visitor in their garage.
The team gave the marmot a health check before returning it home to K-Country. Well, Josh, a long weekend in the books and more wet weather on the way. It wouldn't be another work week without more wet weather coming.
Yeah, new month, same song.
Same story, yeah.
22 millimeters of rain through the course of the long weekend. It's not going to pour here, but we do have some showers and thunderstorms that'll push through. Looks like somewhere between about 7 and 9 p.m. It's 23 degrees right now as you look through the River Valley Skycam. Clouds increasing from the north, 23 as well to the south of us in Red Deer, 25 in Jasper today, 23 in Fort McMurray. A little cooler in Cold Lake. We've got some showers and thunderstorms that have been pushing through that area. You can see this nice little twist up here. And then off to the northeast as well, there's a big upper level low. So there's a surface feature, and then the upper level feature, the overriding story is it's a cooler northwesterly flow that'll have us locked in to the low 20s, it looks like, for daytime highs through the rest of this week. There's the rain that just slid through the Cold Lake area and dropped your temperatures. Thunderstorms off to the west and south of Fort McMurray. A little bit back through the Peace Country, and there is the line of thunderstorms just off to the north of Edmonton. Let's take the lightning off, and you can see that little purple spot right there. That might be a little bit of small hail. So this will eventually drop through the Edmonton area. It's a pretty narrow band, so it doesn't look like it's going to last all that long. Give or take 30 to 45 minutes from start to finish, depending on where you are in the city, and then we'll get some clearing through the overnight period and into tomorrow morning. Should be mainly sunny to partly cloudy skies. There's your increase in cloud for the afternoon. There might be a couple sprinkles mid-afternoon. I think most of the rain is going to be back further to the north, and in fact, it's probably north of Edmonton right through into the late night hours. This is 10 p.m. still way off to the north of Edmonton. Overnight tomorrow night into early Thursday morning, there's 2 a.m. That's your best chance at seeing some showers and thunderstorms. Those will drop off to the south through the early morning hours Thursday, and then we'll see a bit of sunshine break through the clouds Thursday afternoon. 10 to 12 degree range for most of central and northern Alberta. A little milder in Edmonton, 14 tomorrow morning, and cool through the mountain parks. It was close to 0 in Jasper and Banff this morning. About 4 or 5 degrees above 0 tomorrow morning. Around 20 in Fort McMurray tomorrow, 22 for Cold Lake. You've got mid-20s there in Grand Prairie, but 10 degrees cooler in high level. 27 in Jasper, big rebound from the chilly start to the day, and up to about 23 or 24 Red Deer and East Central Alberta. There's your chance of showers, thunderstorms. Temperatures dropping to about 14 degrees tomorrow morning with that bit of clearing, and then around 23 with some increase in cloud tomorrow afternoon. And I've put a slight chance in there for 10 p.m. It really looks like it's probably going to be after that and into the overnight period that we'll see the showers and thunderstorms. This is your last chance to win big and help support the Kaleo Collective and the Bear Children's Fund. Go to ctvedmonton.ca, click on contests, and get your tickets now in the Mega Summer 50-50. You have until midnight Friday to get your tickets on that. 23 degrees tomorrow, 21 and 23 Thursday, Friday. Looks drier for Thursday, Friday, and then we get into the weekend. Not much change to daytime highs. And again, a chance of some late day showers or thunderstorms.
All right, Josh, thank you. Some of the best under 18 hockey players in the world are here in Edmonton this week for the Hlinka Gretzky Cup. Team Canada off to a strong start.
Alex Schultz centers a Puber's hit, scores!
Canada was behind early in the first period Monday before coming back and picking up a commanding 7-3 victory over Switzerland. Canada is back on the ice tonight against Slovakia. 4 games are being played every day at Rogers Place this week. A winner will be crowned Saturday. When we return, back on top, Edmonton Elks open the Upper Bowl and welcome renewed fan enthusiasm.
We shouldn't be afraid anymore of the competition. I'm really faithful in our team.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Coming up Wednesday in your morning, why your summer vacation doesn't always leave you feeling relaxed and recharged. We'll have tips on making the most out of your break. We'll see you at 6.
Despite losing their second game of the season over the weekend, the Edmonton Elks posted a big victory. The return of the Upper Bowl and thousands of fans pouring into Commonwealth Stadium. CTV's Curtis Goodrum has more.
The green and gold didn't win their home game against the Rough Riders, but fans from both teams came in droves, opening the Upper Bowl to spectators for the first time since the 24 season.
They're turning a corner. Everyone wants to see it, you know?
Yeah, the boys just wanted to crush some beers tonight, so it's a good time to come.
It's good to see them win.
Honestly, I'm from Saskatchewan, Mosaic's always packed, and I come out here to Elks Stadium expecting it to be empty. There's fans everywhere. It's something I never expected from Elks fans.
The Elks say the energy brought by the fans made the team stronger.
A shout out to all those fans. They were loud. Anytime you play the Riders, you know there's a small contingent of those guys following them around, but that adds to the atmosphere.
I hope that's the norm going forward because we need them just well represented tonight.
The team is still first in the West.
And that is up, and it is in.
Winning one game and losing another to Saskatchewan, the 2025 Grey Cup winners, gives fans and the team a lot of hope about the rest of the season.
I think it's pretty much inevitable. We got it at this point. We shouldn't be afraid anymore of the competition. I'm really faithful in our team.
I mean, we got a good football team, and we gave ourselves a chance.
Elks fans won't have to wait long to see their team play at home again. They take on the Toronto Argonauts August 15th at 1 o'clock. Curtis Goodrum, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.